Donuts. Hey, welcome to the Dolls and Donuts podcast. And today we are on location. So this is going to be an episode light a bit. So we're going to kind of talk about a bunch of stuff, but it's going to be much shorter than usual because we're at a special location that we want to talk about.
So do we want to tell our listeners where we are?
Yeah, so some of you may be familiar. I'm sure we talked about this place before
on the last episode.
Well, probably even before that, we talked about their Oakland location, which is Vegan Donut Gelato, which is an all-vegan donut place, which we've, we haven't had in the area because we always try to go all the donut places in other places like Ronald's in Vegas and Donut Bar in Vegas. They have a lot of good vegan options and just other places, but we've never had anything in the area. So when they opened in Oakland, we went there I've been there twice, their Oakland location, and they just opened in San Jose, so that's where we are, and we came for some breakfast donuts. So good.
They had their grand opening on Tuesday, but by the time listeners hear this, it'll have been a couple weeks that they've been open.
Yeah, so if you're in the Bay Area and you're closer to San Jose than you are to Oakland, you definitely come in. And this one is way bigger than Oakland. Like, I don't even think they have much seating in Oakland. Like, maybe a table or two, maybe. It's very small.
I don't even remember there being any seating.
Yeah, I can't remember any. This is like a big space. It has lots of tables, which is what I like because I get my seating anxiety. So yeah, this is a lot of space, and I like this one much better, obviously, because it's closer. But I think they have
And if you're
maybe
narcissistic, you'll like it because it's got a lot of mirrors.
Yeah, all mirrors, so you can look at yourself, eat a donut, and be like, "Oh, look at the handsome lady or handsome man eating this donut," and you just stare at yourself like a Gaston syndrome from Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, so we came and got some donuts. So I got the just chocolate. Was it custard? Would you say custard? Custard filled, and I got the Oreo donut, which was basically like vanilla with Oreos kind of sprinkled on top. And of course, the custard filled is like a go-to for me. I love it. Never fails, and here it was no difference. I love it, so good. And the Oreo one, though, they could have. I feel like it was very finely crumbled on top, so I feel like they big chunks also on top would have been good, like actual like just
like an entire cookie.
Yeah, like but that, or maybe like just broken up a few times instead of like finely. Yeah. It was almost like a powder. So maybe just like a couple big chunks on there
texture
would be good. Because then it was like it would have been more taste like Oreos. I didn't really taste much Oreo on it, but still very good. And that's what I got. What'd you get?
I got also cream filled because that's like my go-to as well.
Never fails.
It has chocolate involved, which is a requirement. And I got an apple fritter, and surprisingly, the apple fritters are good. Like I would compare it to Ronald's. It's a good apple fritter. I got the last one, which they pointed out. And I got a chocolate donut with rainbow sprinkles, of course.
And how was that?
Delicious. I'm not quite finished with it yet, but
yeah, we're staring at it now.
It's a lot of donuts to eat in one sitting. I'm taking my time.
I have faith in you. You can do it.
He commented on my donut bag that Sarah got me, my donut tote
bag. Oh, yeah,
bag.
I have that too. I didn't think to bring it, but yeah.
I wore my donut barrette and my donut dress and my donut shoes.
Oh my good shoes!
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
There they are.
Wait, bring them down because there we go. Oh my goodness! I have no donut things on, so I feel like a failure.
That's why I wore extra because I'm representing both of us.
Okay, good. So yeah, Robin was prepared for this day. Maybe that's why you can't finish your donuts. You're already full of it.
Yeah, maybe.
You're already full of donuts from head to toe.
It's possible.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a huge selection, and they have cake donuts too, right? So they have like their traditional donuts and cake donuts, and they have like Robin said, the apple fritter. I was going to get the bear claw, but I was like, oh, I need to like calm down a little bit,
just a little.
But I do love I do love a good bear claw. I think it says they have cinnamon rolls, cinnamon twist, and then donut holes too. So they have a lot of different big variety.
I wonder if it's cheaper to get them by the dozen. Not that I could eat that much, but for maybe if I was going
taking
to
them somewhere, yeah. We can ask on the way out. Yeah, because I wouldn't be shocked if that you buy more, you get them a little cheaper.
Yeah, totally.
They did say, I don't know if this is just an opening thing, but if you buy a dozen donuts, you get some free donut holes. That was on their Instagram. So I don't know if that's going to be a forever thing or if it's just because they just
Ronald's
opened.
does that too. I feel like that's kind of a standard.
Maybe I've never gotten a dozen from there because I've never gotten donut holes from there.
Because it's just you and like one other person.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I always go there first and get a dozen and then eat them my entire time I'm there.
Oh my gosh, no, we've done that before, but it's just too much. Yeah, but now we have our own kind of. They have much more variety here than, or more inventive ones than Ronald's for sure. Because they don't have any like toppings at Ronald's.
Oh yeah,
it's
like
all very
there's
basic.
No vegan sprinkles,
it's all very
for
basic.
Sure.
One, they don't have like an Oreo one or anything.
Fruity
like,
Pebbles.
Yeah, and I think there's like a green tea or matcha one up there. That green one. They don't have anything like that at Ronald's. So they have a much bigger variety here, which is nice.
I wonder, yeah, I mean, all their locations are the same, but it's also better because their only competitor in this area for vegan donuts is Psycho Donuts, and which do the same thing with the toppings. So it's good that they're doing it.
Yeah, but this is cheaper than Psycho Donuts because their Psycho Donuts are like double the size, though, to be fair.
Okay.
Their donuts are absolutely huge.
I mean, I don't like Psycho
and they'll make your
Donuts.
teeth hurt. Like, that's how much sugar. Like, physically, my teeth hurt when I eat them. That's how the sugar's in them.
I don't know if I have that ability.
I don't know. Maybe I have good sugar radar. I don't know. But, yeah. So, definitely come down here and try it out.
Mm-hmm. And it's really close to Vegetarian House, so you can go get food if you feel guilty just eating donuts as a meal.
To go get more food? Or dessert?
Actual food.
Go there first?
Yeah, go there first. Have a lunch. Maybe share a lunch with someone so you don't fill up too much and you have space for donuts in your tummy.
Sure, yeah. I skipped breakfast this morning, so I
Same.
could have guilt-free donuts.
Yep.
It was my breakfast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's where we are. So we're just going to be, we're sitting here now.
We'll just be recording every episode here from now on.
Yeah. This is going to be a standing appointment. I mean, we kind of owe it to people to be eating donuts here while we record our episode, our podcast that's named after donuts. So, Yeah. I think
It's a sacrifice for the listeners, for the branding. I was wondering if you would tell me what you thought of the new Next Level Burger in San Francisco.
Oh, right. Yeah. So I did go. I went with our friend Kimmy after seeing Phantom of the Opera. Went there for dinner. And I liked it. I really prefer the sit down. Like it's being served, like having a waitress and stuff.
Really? Okay.
Because, again, my seating anxiety about ordering before I get my food.
Right.
But I was wondering what it was going to be like because it was a weekend. It was a Sunday, but
So it could have been a wait.
but it was plenty of room. There was only a couple other people in there.
Oh, wow.
When we left, it had filled out a bit more, but you didn't have to worry about finding a seat, like getting seated or having to wait for a table. So I really preferred that. And I actually told our waitress, I was like, "Oh, I'm surprised you guys went with this like kind of like seating system because I've been to the other locations and they don't do that." They're like, "Yeah, we're the only one that does this." And she didn't really offer an explanation why, but I just was like, "I like it," I was like, I prefer this. And I didn't get anything. I basically just, me, creature of habit. I got the basic things that I usually get. The peanut butter cup milkshake and just a burger and fries. I kept it simple and it was delicious. It was very good. I did like it.
Concord one again, which I don't usually. I mean, I don't very often go there because it's so far. But I was already in Concord to see Rise Against an AFI, and so we went and I compared, and it is actually cheaper. Like I thought.
Oh, okay. I didn't pay
the San
attention.
Francisco one is more expensive, so it's got to be the rent.
Yeah. And I do like, though, and also a difference between the Concord one the Concord one is very, very blatantly inside of a Whole Foods. I mean, you can, see people checking out while you're eating.
Right.
This one is, the one in San Francisco is not like that. It's,
Not at all.
it's built onto it, but it's completely separate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can go into Whole Foods, but you don't see it. It's just a restaurant attached to Whole Foods. Not, part of, the deli. Kind of how it seems on the other Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I mean, at the one in Concord. So I liked that, too.
The seat that I had at the Concord one this last time I went was not in this. You couldn't actually see the Whole Foods because it was around the corner, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, there was no
It's
seat.
the difference between being a deli in a Whole Foods and being a brewery in a Whole Foods.
Okay.
It's like a different environment. Kind of like the Whole Foods where we did the very first vegan drinks. that Whole Foods. It's on Alameda. It's like
I never went to those ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the downtown San Jose Whole Foods. The reason we did the vegan drinks there for the first time is because it had that little like brewery area. Mm-hmm. When you're in the Whole Foods breweries, you cannot tell you're at a Whole Foods.
Yeah, you feel you're separated from it. Yeah. So I did like that. So I did prefer my experience at the San Francisco one. Good. Yeah. So it was good. Yeah, I liked it.
And you don't look at prices, so.
I didn't look at the prices.
Now it's time for Ask Ashley.
That's me.
What can you tell us about the animal news?
So since this is Dolls and Donuts light edition, except for it's not because we ate like 2,000 calories in donuts, but the episode will be shorter because we were going to have a sugar crash pretty soon. But basically, I just wanted to remind everybody that Election Day is November 6th, and if you live in California, make sure to vote yes on 12. So vote yes on 12, which is going to be, if that passes, it's going to be the biggest animal welfare law ever passed in this country. So it's a big deal. So don't just assume that your other animal lovers will take care of it for you and vote yes. So make sure that you get your vote in.
And you have 6 days if you're listening to this when it comes out. So feel free to tell a friend too.
Yeah. So you'll have a little bit of time before Election Day when this comes out. So don't forget. And if you have an animal lover in your life, or just anybody that wants to vote,
an asshole.
Yeah, and maybe do you think they might have troubles getting to the polls? Like, take them with you. Like drop them off at where they need to vote or whatever. Because I did hear that like the number one thing that people said the reason why they didn't vote. I'm paraphrasing here, was that transportation. They couldn't get to the polls.
Oh, weird.
So that's why like Uber and Lyft are offering like free or discounted rides on Election Day to polling
That's
stations.
So cool.
So yeah, so if your animal lovers in your life, make sure everybody has the opportunity to get there if it might be difficult for them. So yeah, not just you, look out for the animals and your other people in your life that love animals that might want to, vote for it. So. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I really want to do. Remind everyone that was coming up. And if you live in California, and if you don't live in California and you know someone that does, let them know that this is on the ballot because it's possible they hadn't heard about it. Who knows? So, if you know someone in California, but you can't vote for this because it's not your state, then still let them know about it.
Gives you an excuse to text them.
Yeah. So, don't forget about that. November 6th, Election Day, yes on 12. So that's going to be the short Ask Ashley today. So, Robin, what's been going on in the Dollhouse?
Dollhouse has been delicious lately.
Delicious Dollhouse. We just need to change the name. Robin's Delicious Dollhouse.
So yesterday was the San Francisco Brew Fest and Vegan Eats.
Good job.
Thanks.
I could tell the concentration. She was just like, San Francisco, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right.
It's so hard. It does not roll off the tongue for me, but yeah. And unfortunately, Shane and Marie weren't there, so there weren't as many food vendors as I was anticipating. However, I got to try the vegan croissants for my first time from the French bakery.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Have you tried them yet?
No, but I know we've talked about them before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So we've been Ashley and I have been following them on Instagram for a while, kind of just waiting for an opportunity to try them without having to drive to the North Bay. This was the perfect opportunity. They came from San Francisco and brought chocolate croissants, almond croissants, and plain.
Get a life.
So I got a chocolate.
Maybe they
croissant.
thought you just bring your own chocolate, make your own s'mores or something. They just brought the chocolate or brought the graham crackers. Just bring one piece.
Yeah, maybe they thought you were going to go over to Conscious Creamery and get a gelato to stuff inside your croissant.
Okay, that's okay then.
Okay.
We made an excuse for this. Justified why they would be plain croissants. So
I got a chocolate and almond. Sometimes I just forget what things taste like after that much time goes by. But anyway, the chocolate one was delicious. I luckily tried the almond one when Rosie was sharing hers while we were standing in line for Atlas Monroe, formerly known as Vegan Nation. And so I got to taste the almond one because as soon as I posted it on my Instagram stories, Lizzie was like, oh my gosh, that was my favorite thing ever, and I haven't had one since I've been vegan, and so I felt so bad that I brought it to her.
Oh, that's nice.
So I felt very lucky that I got to try it from when that Rosie shared hers with me, because it was really good. And normally I'm kind of weird about artificial almond flavor, because it can be weird, I think, for me. But I thought it was delicious, and they were a little bit greasy for my taste. But I mean, it's kind of what a croissant is, right? It's like flour layered with butter. But I don't know. I felt that it was, maybe they had just been sitting, or I don't know. It felt a little greasy for me.
Okay.
A little heavier than a croissant is in my mind. I feel like it's more of a lighter.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been like fluffier and less greasy. But still completely delicious. Like I ate half of the chocolate croissant last night and then the other half for breakfast. Oh, so donuts isn't my first breakfast.
Second breakfast. 11Ds.
It's just, I'm on a pastry kick this morning apparently.
That's okay.
So yeah, so that was the exciting new food for me. Also, I've never had Om Sabor before, so that was my first time having them, and those tacos were delicious. And then, of course, Atlas Monroe, which we've talked about a gazillion times before they rebranded when they were Vegan Nation, and Butcher Sun was there. And what I liked about Butcher Sun is that they had everything ready. So they anticipated that there would be long lines and that people would be hungry, and they just had it ready to go. And I loved that. And I understand that not everyone's food can be ready. Like, you can't pre-make tacos, you can't pre-make fried chicken, but like, what a nice...
If you're able, you should.
Yeah. So they definitely thought ahead.
What were they serving?
Butcher Sun was serving a sandwich that had, I want to say ham, but that can't be it. Some sort of a... Oh, it was turkey. It was turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and
it's like a turkey
fried,
club, kind of a turkey club
fried
sandwich,
jalapenos.
kind of.
Yeah.
Or their take on a turkey club.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
I forgot what that was called, but yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It was delicious.
And you had the jalapenos in it.
I ended up taking.
I would have too. It's okay. Don't be ashamed. Don't feel like you're ashamed. I would have taken.
I
the
didn't know
jalapenos
they
out.
were going to be that spicy.
Yeah, I would have taken the jalapenos out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was delicious. Everything was delicious, but the line for Alice Monroe was like so long. By the time I left, so we had gotten we got there right when it opened, got all our food, put it in Tupperwares, and left because Macchiato was home alone. And by the time we left, the line was all the way to the entrance.
Yeah,
for them.
I can imagine.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But yeah. Also, Samantha from Pig Out was there, but I didn't want to get donuts since I knew I was coming here for donuts.
Yeah.
So that was my yesterday's deliciousness.
That was just yesterday.
That was yesterday. And then let's see. So on the blog, I've put the recipe for the purple cheesecakes. I remember last episode we talked about the purple tea party that I went to. So one of the things I made was purple cheesecakes, and I got that posted. And then I got the pizza donuts posted.
I didn't get those. Remember, we were gonna bring them to the movie night, and it got canceled.
Oh shoot!
Twice.
Dude, that movie night is
It's
really
doomed,
huh?
It's doomed.
Oh,
so
wow.
maybe we just make them for something else.
Yeah,
some rando thing. We should.
I want to make them like every week. They're so good.
Okay, then just make them every
week.
week.
Like I don't want to eat regular pizza anymore. Like flat.
Why?
I was flat pizza.
Yeah.
I only want pizza donuts.
Flat pizza. Flat, uninventive, uncreative pizza.
Oh, see, she has a little Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Thing
Keychain.
It's a way to catch Pokemon. So she plays Pokemon Go.
I didn't know that. Believe it or not. I didn't know that's how you catch them. Yeah.
Well, I don't have that thing. See, yeah, the matcha ones are popular.
What are we talking about? Oh, you don't want to eat flat pizza anymore.
Oh yeah, except the
stupid, boring,
the one
average
thing
people
about
pizza.
Flat pizza is you can make it into cute shapes.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Like I was thinking about making ghost-shaped ones for Halloween. Little pizzas. Anyway. So I'm not dissing flat pizza altogether, but pizza donuts are definitely
just
like
think
in
outside
the
the pizza box.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. Sounds like an episode title to me. Okay, so pizza donuts. That recipe is on vegandollhouse.com, and then things that are coming up that I have made or will be making, but should be posted by the time this comes out, are I'm working with Amy's to do a butternut squash ice cream made with their soup.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because I love butternut squash soup, and I never would have thought about an ice cream.
Okay, well, it's in my freezer right now. We'll see how it turned out.
Okay.
We're going to do the photo shoot when we get home, but I'm going to drizzle it with dreamy sauce, which is basically...
I feel like
a chocolate sauce made with their dreamy candy bars.
Okay. I was like, I feel like that's a candy bar. But okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. So it'll be like a chocolate nougat sauce.
Oh, very inventive.
Which, you know, me, the dessert has to have chocolate in it. So.
Yes, I know. I know your requirements.
So I'm excited to try that and see how it turned out. And then I made so it was my dad's birthday. My dad's like really healthy, which you probably know because I complain about how I never had anything delicious growing up. And so he's still like that, and always has been. And so he likes low sugar desserts, which I'm like opposite of me. Because that thing Ashley was talking about where she had a donut that was so sweet that it hurt her teeth, that would never happen to me.
You wouldn't even register. Be like, can I have a little side of sugar, please? And sprinkle on top, like it's salt or something. It's a garnish. Can I have like a side, like a garnish of sugar on the side?
So I assumed these cupcakes were going to be horrible because I used a third of the amount of sugar I normally use. And they were actually good.
I thought you were going to say they were horrible, but he loved them.
Yeah, he did love them, and they were kind of horrible. The thing is, if I'm biting into it and I'm expecting my normal one,
you have to adjust your expectations real fast.
Yeah. Okay. But then, so the first time I bit into it, I was like, "Oh, this tastes low sugar. Like, tastes healthy, you know." But then, a couple days later, when I had one, I was like, "This is delicious."
Yeah.
So it's kind of
your expectations were managed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what I did was it was mostly the frosting was less sugar. I mean, I used less sugar in the cake too, but and I colored them all naturally, which I don't always do because all natural colors aren't as vibrant. So it was kind of like a pastel goth cupcake, if that makes sense. So those will be posted. I already have it.
What was the flavor?
Chocolate cupcake with vanilla frosting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keeping it traditional.
Yes.
Traditional for Dad.
I didn't want to get too crazy while I was experimenting with low sugar.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because the buttercream frosting was a whole different buttercream. It's called a flour buttercream, which I don't think Americans usually make. It's not a U.S. thing at all. So I was already experimenting, so I didn't want to get too crazy.
That makes sense, yeah. Keep the things you can control or that you know it's going to turn out, keep that steadfast.
Totally. So if I feel like in the future there's a need for more low sugar desserts, then I'll get more creative.
Probably won't happen often.
I hope not.
Just your dad's birthday next year.
Yeah, basically. Every once a year only. So my dad's birthday is the same day as Macchiato's birthday. So I also made her a cake, and hers was gluten-free, sugar-free, and
taste-free.
I mean, it didn't smell great. It had fruit and vegetables.
Yeah.
And buckwheat flour. I mean, I used a lot of different gluten-free flours, but I'll have that posted also. She ate the shit out of it. It was the best thing she had ever had in her life. But I'm glad I served it to her outside because it was so messy.
It was like a smash cake where they smash it all over their face.
Yeah. I was just like that.
That's cute.
So I'll post that birthday cake recipe if anyone has dogs that they like to make cakes for. And then I have a Halloween tea party coming up at the end of October. So I probably will have something posted by November 1st for that. I'm not sure what. I have a couple things in mind, but I don't want to.
Still bouncing around ideas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So check vegandollhouse.com for all that. And is it time for Wag or Whimper?
Yeah, so we're going to do another... I love when we do live taste tests. Not live for you, but live for us, live when we record.
Okay.
So it looks like we're doing... So if you remember, if you've been a long-time listener, we tried the Ripple chocolate milk on air, which I loved. I think they loved it. They loved it so much. And so I didn't know, but obviously now they've come out with a yogurt. So we've got the blueberry Ripple yogurt here.
I wish it was the chocolate yogurt, but it's not.
Do they have that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So. Probably not. I don't think chocolate is a popular yogurt.
So it's soy-free, nut-free, 100% vegan, gluten-free, and lactose-free.
All right.
But I have high hopes for this, considering how good the milk was.
Okay.
So we'll see. Give it a stir.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, it needs a stir. It's a little thin looking at first glance. It smells good.
I'm still trying to perfect my homemade yogurt recipe. It's taking forever. I finally got the right consistency to be like a Greek yogurt consistency, but now the taste isn't quite right.
Now it smells weird now. It smelled good at first, but then I thought it smelled weird.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
Oh, well. Oh,
That's
my
bad.
God. That is the worst yogurt I've ever had.
How disappointing.
Oh, my God,
That's
why?
not, I can't even.
Oh, God, no. I'm so sorry, Ashley.
How could you do this to me?
Oh, my God. I'm going to eat more donut. Do you want some of this donut?
Sure. Oh, my God.
Wash it down.
It's not good.
That's not good. Oh, my goodness. Listeners, don't
Donut
ever,
chaser for that.
ever. I know, right? Thank God we had donut.
Oh.
Okay, listeners, don't ever get the Ripple yogurt, ever. Don't do this.
The texture was bad.
Oh, God,
The
everything.
consistency
The
was
taste,
bad.
every single thing about it.
When you first opened it, there was a really nice blueberry flavor. I mean, smell. And then, but it did look very
The second you
thin.
stirred it,
It did look very thin, so I told her to stir it, as you heard.
which means all the good flavor, or
And then,
the good smell
then
is
I
on
feel like
top.
then it was like a weird, strange smell, and it didn't seem to get much thicker once you stirred it. It was still quite thin.
It got more or less, more creamy, more consistent.
Yeah, but still, I think maybe thinner than usual for normal yogurt, or even good like Kite Hill. It's definitely thinner than Kite Hill.
No, have you had Kite Hill lately? It's thin now.
Oh, okay. Well, geez,
I know.
can't win.
No.
Anyway, I thought it was thinner than I would like.
Yes,
that way.
agreed.
Then it did have a weird smell. At first, it seemed fine, but yeah, there's like grainy.
Oh God, that was so bad.
Like this like grainy texture to it. Definitely tasted powdery.
Yeah,
And
just bad.
and a bad blueberry flavor.
Ew.
Like those. That's what I got from it.
Oh God.
Oh, I had high hopes for that
Yeah.
because they
Their
really
chocolate milk is so good.
they really hit it out of the park with their chocolate milk.
You know, I will admit I did not like their coffee creamer either.
Oh, so I don't even. Yeah. Okay.
So I think maybe they just had a really good win with the chocolate milk, and they needed to just stop there.
Or just like put, since that was like their first product, maybe they put like so much consideration and care into it, and then maybe they didn't do as much for the other products. So maybe they need to like go back to the drawing board.
Yes. They're loud, huh?
Maybe they need to go back to the drawing board and try it again
Yeah.
to improve them.
Yes.
Because I mean, they did a great job, and I think that they could do a great job with other products, but they need to
Oh God.
back to the drawing board. Ripple. Oh, I'm sad. I was like, ooh, like we had such a good experience with them. So yeah.
That's really horrible. Okay, well, needless to say.
Oh, yes, the Ripple blueberry yogurt made us whimper.
That was an appropriate length whimper for the amount of bad that
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was appropriate.
was. God.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
what a bummer.
Sorry about
Good thing we had these delicious donuts as a chaser.
that. Yeah.
Oh, we got some more vegans coming in here because they have a vegan shirt on. and the
I
owner,
have that sticker on my Prius.
yeah. So, the vegan hangout in San Jose here, and some non-vegans too, which we've noticed. So, Rama's getting donut all over her. Where'd it go?
I wore white too. I don't know.
It just disappeared. We'll find it later. She lost a sprinkle in her crevices. This place is getting busy now.
I know. It was a good idea for us to come early.
Well, because they sell out in Oakland all the time. So I was like, you want to get the good.
Yeah, good point. Good.
And you wouldn't have got your
Sunday.
apple fritter if we would have came later, because it would have been gone
Right, it
probably.
would've been gone.
Yeah. Donut places you have to come like before lunch to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's a breakfast food, so people they come
Yeah.
and get them in the morning.
I know. I like to on weekends for some reason I have this thing where I like to get my work out of the way and then do my fun. But with photo shoots, it just makes more sense to do your fun to begin with and then do the photo shoot in the afternoon where the light is better. So this worked out.
And especially
fine.
when it comes to donuts, like it's
That's true.
traditionally a breakfast food, and you need to get your good stuff in first.
And the earlier you eat it, the fresher it is.
Yeah. It's been sitting there all day. Okay, maybe we should wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So
Okay.
that was episode 37.
Getting up there.
Oh, yeah,
37.
we are.
We're gonna have
Oh, man,
our
we're getting old.
fabulous 40s pretty soon.
I know. So we'll have some dark. Isn't it dark theme, like black theme?
It's usually like over the hill, you're gonna
Yeah.
die soon, or something weird like
Yeah.
that. It's dumb, but
Is that 40 or 50 that you're over the hill?
I think it's 40. I don't know. I think it's usually when I see like the cakes and stuff, it's like 40 over the hill.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid.
Did
but
you ever
I think
think when we
traditionally,
started this podcast that we'd make it this long?
I don't know if I really thought about it. I'm glad.
I'm glad,
but
too.
I don't know. It's been a long time. 37 months.
I don't have that follow-through thing that other people have. So I'm glad you have it. Because I feel like everything I just start and then it just peters off.
Well, sometimes, okay, you're right, I do have that, but sometimes it can be a hindrance because sometimes when it is time to let something go, I don't. Because, like, I would do that with books. Like, I would, for a long time, I don't care how much I hated the book, I'd finish it.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So sometimes it can be a hindrance. Sometimes it is appropriate to move on and let something go, and I don't want to because I don't want to fail at it or not finish it.
Yeah.
So we're good balanced in that way then.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You should never play the stock market. Okay.
Good
advice to Ashley.
Okay. I wouldn't even know how. You know. So, okay. So,
we're on Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, and Breaker. If you're listening to podcasts somewhere else, or you know someone who's listening to podcasts somewhere else, and you think we should add it, can you let us know? Because I don't keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, we like it to be available where anybody wants to hear it. Yeah. You know? So
that would be great. And if you leave a review, then it helps the podcast be discovered in searches, which means more animals will probably be helped. So if you have the time to leave a review, we'd like good reviews only. Thank you very much.
Yep. And November 6th, don't forget to vote on 12 and everything else, because all very important elections. So vote for everything that you feel you need to. So
if you have any travel coming up and you're wondering where to eat, go to theveganadventure.com. If you have any events coming up that you want to cook things for, go to vegandollhouse.com. And if you want to listen to past episodes and you don't like podcast apps, then go to dollsanddonuts.com.
And we're also on YouTube. Did you say that already?
We are on YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Okay, yeah. So
shame on me.
That's a popular place if you're not into the podcast app, or apps or anything like that. So we're there too. So thanks for listening.
Bye.